I'm still working through my earlier days of being introduced to VOLTURIAN, but so far, and I did promise this a while ago, back when I heard Federica Lana, their lead vocalist, for those of you perhaps this is the first introduction to, a while back on Mortimia's collaboration of her through the Frozen Madonna cover from the COVID Aftermath sessions. But so far, I'm having a great time introducing myself to a very talented rock group in not only the European metal scene, but also of Italian birth. I haven't listened to many Italians in my life, and Federica Lana has a very dynamic and specific range and style to her voice that I've been very impressed by in 2 listens thus far, being New Life and Haunting Symphony. I've given those tracks consideration in terms of introducing myself to tracks off of, right now, Crimson, although I'll get to their later album as well in subsequent videos. But I'm having a wonderful time fulfilling the promise that I've given you in regards to introducing myself to yet another new artist. And I love doing that on this channel in regards to how I cover music. I love being able to showcase talents that are unknown to me and maybe are to you as well. But I like, if I can, impart forging paths for you to discovering talent that maybe you haven't come across yet. Maybe you haven't known where to look. I will give you a hint, Europe is full. Europe has so many talents in the metal scene, you will thank me for giving you that, and of course you'll want to take that deep dive yourself once you start, like I have. But music for me, as I've said, I've wanted to bring it more onto this channel in a dominant role. It's always been the art form I've gravitated to in principal focus apart from others. It's the one that's meant so much to me in my life. And being able to showcase real talents like VOLTURIAN in the European scene and in the metal scene has been an attractive temptation, and I've absolutely loved being able to showcase, again, talent such as Federica Lana, and, good rock music to boot. Again, I'm a big metalhead, so this type of genre always appeals to me. It's the first thing I gravitate to. And there's a lot of atmosphere to their pieces, a unique style, and like I said, the Italian presence gives a specific presence I haven't seen necessarily accompanied by other artists. So VOLTURIAN registers quite well in regards to my experiences with them and my time, which has been rather short, maybe in comparison to those of you who perhaps know this group and have been longtime fans. And some of you of which, have recommended certain tracks to me, and I will get to those eventually, as promised. I've been telling you for a while, it was my intention to cover VOLTURIAN, and here I am fulfilling that ambition. And now we move on to Broken, the third track of which I've consulted in terms of VOLTURIAN's work. I'm excited to listen to it and gauge it for myself. I'm going to go ahead and cue it up, and we can also watch the video that accompanies the piece. And if you're somebody who's never come across my music video related coverage, or not just music video, but music-specific coverage, and you don't know yet how I format my videos, I try and accommodate audience taste to the best extent that I can. And so if you're somebody that likes to read along with the narrative of the piece in terms of the original lyrics, I have us provided for you in the video feed. They will track along with the song as we go through. It's not just an accessory, they're directly in the video at the bottom of the screen, which you will see right when the lyrics start to transition to the song as we start it right about now. I like the electric opener. Good entrance. It's beautiful. That's the heaviest one yet, I think. Great beat to that. Grunge atmosphere, thrash, I just love it.
As I'm drawing in the night, as I leave it all behind, I can read it in your eye. It's our last time together.
Federica Lana has the way that she applies her voice in different tracks in terms of the styling of each piece really amazes me. There's a unique presence to each one. Here it's still, it's got that natural daintiness I hear. And, beautiful. There's a unique luster to it, though, that makes it so specific to this piece. Great riff. Dramatic chorus and then back into the harder verse. That's great. Wonderful structure. I like this electronic vibe. Again, I've got selective tastes in that respect. This works. Wonderful entrance there. The emphasis is just fabulous. I love the integration. I love Europeans. That's great. Such a good scope to their pieces. Like, I really am having a great time with them. You know, the lyrics I'm reading say, instrumental break, like, here we go, we're gonna get more of what we've heard so far. And it's just exquisite. Give me that dark edge, that just emphatic passion, I love it. I've always gravitated to the more aggressive in metal, so this is like right along my lines. Great riff. I love the softer energy to it too. Great ending. I love that they came back on this. They could have finished on a soft note. Nope, they're like, let's go back to the introductory tone. Wonderful summary. Filmed individually by VOLTURIAN. What matters most is how well you walk through the fire. Oh, amen. You know, we all learned that. You know, I was going to say a lot of their music did come out around that time. Yeah, this would have been April 7th, 2020, so it's right in the midst of that situation. Well, they made it work. I think everybody did. They made the best of it. That's a great song. I mean, again, the energy on that, that's the most aggressive song yet from VOLTURIAN. They've got a range to their pieces on what I've heard thus far off of Crimson. Some are a bit softer, others perhaps more of a classic rock vibe. This is much more electronic. And for me, like I've said many times, electronic music, it has to have that background dimension of it being constructed as a tune. It can't be just random noises. I'm not a big EDM guy unless it's one of the exceptions I've listed many times, and if it's integrated properly into the track that I can enjoy it from a musical perspective, and VOLTURIAN mastered that very well. Varied pacing as well in certain sections regarding the chorus as a softer energy that allow Federica Lana's vocals to be beautifully emphasized. And every time I've heard of her, again, her vocals are tailored quite well in their energy to the song genre in focus, or even just the emphasis of the piece and the aggressive energy or lack thereof. Her voice is so well balanced. I mean, again, she's very talented, and I've said, you know, many times that was my feeling off of the Frozen cover, that I just walked away from it being like, man, this woman can sing. And, you know, that was my first introduction to an Italian artist, and Federica Lana impressed me automatically. She really is a gifted musician. I'm very impressed by her vocal range. It's quite incredible. I've loved introducing myself to VOLTURIAN. And perhaps, for some of you, like I said, this will be a first impression. I hope you like it as much as I did. And I hope it does provoke you to look further into their work. Again, I'm going to be consulting a couple other tracks from them, not only off of Crimson, but their present album. So keep in tune with me in terms of some of those previous, those coming videos if you want to get your first introduction with me in regards to what I feel about a selection of their pieces. But I'm very impressed. I mean, I hope you feel the same way. For those of you who are longtime VOLTURIAN fans, what are your thoughts on the track? Or maybe, you know, again, if this is first impression for you, I'll just leave it open for you to consult with me in regards to your thoughts. If you so wish to disclose your opinion, that's what the comment section is for. I had a great time. Again, beautiful energy. I always gravitate to the more aggressive edge in regards to metal, and this track speaks to that favorability quite well. Her vocals are powerful. I like the construction of the piece. The instrumental interludes with the electronic emphasis work very well, in my opinion. And even the scope of the song, I love the construction of the lyrics and the way that it's written. It felt like kind of a malevolent relationship in part. I guess on subsequent listens, I'll better understand the picture she's painting, because I was more concentrated and fixated on the music, which in part you should be. And sometimes it's hard to analyze, you know, music from a lyrical perspective, especially when you get so enveloped in the vision of the piece from a music perspective. But I liked reading what I did. It had a bit of a negative energy, but a nice ominous flair. As really the entire track does, and really anything from VOLTURIAN at this point, from what I've heard, has impressed me. Like, again, as I always say, Europe has most of the talent that I see seldom mentioned these days. I do hope perhaps in part of my videos to expose you to good artists. It may be first impressions. I hope for VOLTURIAN you had a great time just as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.